Olá, pessoal. Vamos iniciar já sem atraso, tá? Vocês aí que receberam o link vão assistir agora ou depois podem assistir depois também, ok? Então já estamos na hora, são 4 horas aqui no Brasil e 8 horas lá na Inglaterra. Nós temos nossa convidada hoje, a Ciara. Você pode falar assim mesmo, tá? Ciara. E, olha, não seja tímido, mande a sua pergunta aqui no chat, pode escrever em português, que eu vou traduzir para ela, tá? Ela não vai estar vendo vocês, mas vocês vão poder vê-la e pode fazer as perguntas que vocês quiserem, ok? Então, eu sei que muitos aqui, a maior parte é brasileiro, não tem problema, pode escrever em português, que nós vamos traduzir, ok? So, thank you people for subscribe this special class with Ciara. Great drummer from England. Ciara have a bunch of subjects to show you and teach us, but we have just only 50 minutes. So, sorry, don't lose your chance. Send your questions for Ciara here on the comments of the chat, okay? If you just speak in Portuguese, no problem, send in Portuguese. I will try to translate. If you speak English, please send the question in English and don't be shy. Don't lose this chance to learn so much with this great drummer, Ciara. I know that some people will be watching after. Sorry, you don't have to send your questions right now. You can contact Ciara after on Instagram, okay, if you wanna. And okay, let's go because time flies. So let's bring Ciara. I have to change. Yeah. Hi, Ciara. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for your time and patience and prepare this incredible material for the people. Thanks so much. You are really awesome to be with us, spend your time with us. So, if you want to say something for the people, I will be right on the corner. If you need me, just call. I will put my microphone on and speak with the people. So, people, yeah. Ciara, let's go.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to this. Feeling a bit nervous right now. But please just ask away. An open book, and we'll tell you everything as long as it's about drums. I'm going to start with a little story. When maybe 4 years ago now, I didn't have this drum room. I was living with my parents-in-law, and I wasn't really getting to drum much. Maybe was drumming once a week, and I felt not very inspired, and I wanted to talk about inspiration and find out what inspires you, because I went to a drum clinic, and I hadn't been to a drum clinic for a long time, and I just decided to go, and I sat down, and this drummer called Jack Pollitt got on stage. I'd never seen him before, and he just did this really simple idea, and my brain just went, and I was amazed. I was just amazed by how one idea can spark inspiration for somebody. And I just think that's so fascinating. I feel like as drummers, that's what we all are looking for, is the spark, the inspiration. And inspiration means to breathe life into. And I just think it just takes one little idea. And if you just spend some time on that idea, it can grow into something really, really cool. And so his idea, I'm not stealing, but I'm going to show you what his idea was. And I'm going to tell you how it inspired me and then what I did with it, which I think is the thing that we all want. It's not copying. You take the idea and then you build on it and you put your life into it and you make it your own. So I don't know if you've all got the PDFs there. I don't know if you've got any practice pads or sticks, but if you do, you're welcome to just play along with me so I don't feel alone. And if you've got any questions, let me know. So the idea is I'm going to look at the page that just says odd groupings. So this one. And this is just scratching the surface of ideas. And the idea is you're going to just take a group. So for the first one, it's threes. So you're going to accent every third note. And what's really fun, I think it's fun, is that you can do 8th notes, 16th notes, and then you can do triplets, which is really interesting. And you can just have a lot of fun with it. But to start off with, to warm me up and calm me down, I'm just going to play a bit and then look at some other ideas within that. So I'm going to put my click on. So the other thing to note, guys, is with these odd groupings, I'm starting with 3. So groups of 3. Because I'm starting with that number, it's going to take 3 bars for it to resolve. Now, this is just an exercise. If I'm going to do a solo or if I'm going to do a fill and I'm going to use one of these phrases, I won't necessarily do 3 bars. You know, I might just do 2. I might do 1. But to start with and to get into it, I think it's important to know that it's going to take 3 bars to resolve. So do those 3 bars, be comfortable with playing through those 3 bars and then again. So that is what I'm going to do. So let me put my click on again. Here we go. So we're going to do 8th notes first. And we're just going to accent every 3. So it's going to be like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then it would start again. That's like the beginning step with all of this. So we're going to do 8th notes. The other thing you can do, I'm just going to have some water, is you can do some cool stuff in between the accents. You can double up. Like that. You can flam. Don't know if you want to see my pad here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can flam, which is a favourite of mine. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And faster, it's quite nice. And it makes a nice polyrhythm if you've got your foot going. It's kind of cool. And that's just the first, just scratching the surface here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do 16ths. Let's pop this on. So again, 16ths, but we're going to accent every third one. And it's going to take 3 bars to resolve. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a. One E and a 2 E and a 3 and 1. This one is what the guy played at the clinic. And I don't know why, it just blew my mind because he was doing it between his snare, a tom, and then he added his foot, which is in the second PDF. And it was just incredible how orchestration, so, you know, where you're placing it on the kit can just really elevate the idea. And this one, yeah, this one I use all the time, you know, and I put doubles in between. And 4, 1, and 2, 3. It's just, it's kind of an automatic feel for me now. So that's like the first step is threes. And so when I saw him, as I said, he was doing groups of 3 and he was doing snare, tom, kick, snare, tom, kick. So I went home and I thought, okay, well, firstly, I want to do that. So I'm going to. And I spent a lot of time having a lot of fun doing that. And then I thought, well, hold on. What about 5s? What if we did a group of 5? How would that be? Would that, do I like that? I don't want to try it. And it was having that moment of exploration that means so much. It was having the curiosity to try it that is the, I don't know, it makes it feel so good when you get ideas like this. So again, 5s, this one's really simple. It's just going to be 8th notes. I don't tend to do this much, but in the context of an exercise, it's a really nice idea just to get into, and to try and hear the 5 whilst you're playing the 8th notes over the top. So I'll give you a bit of that. So we're doing 8s like that. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. So this one, obviously it takes 5 bars to resolve because you're accenting every 5th note. So it's going to take 5 bars to resolve. So if you're doing a solo, doesn't mean you have to do 5 bars. It's just, I want it to make sense to you. I want it to make sense that if you're going to practice this, that you do it correctly and you can see how it works and how it's going to resolve. So the one I usually experiment with is the next one down, is 16th notes. So we're going to just accent every 5th, 16th. Just get into it. 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 2. Really enjoy that one. What I think sounds really nice is when you flam it. And then you just start to know where it is. The more you do it, I feel like you can get into your own little groove of the 5s kind of over the 16th. It's really, really nice. And again, with this, you can do doubles in between if you want to, you know, things like that. But I want to skip on to odd groupings part 2, because this is where it can get really interesting and fun. So this is when you're going to add a foot, and I use this all the time. My personal favorite, so having gone from the clinic and watching this guy do 3, I now do 5s a lot. And what I do is actually start with my foot and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So then you've got 2 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if you can hear my foot, but that is my personal favorite. But let's just have a look at this. So the other challenge to you, if you're going to do this, is to keep your hi-hat going with your left foot. It's really tricky. So let's do it. We're going to do the top line and we're going to do groups of 3. And the third one is going to be the bass. So you're going to go 1 and 3, like that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that one is a really cool one to do, and then we're going to move on to 16ths. Here we go. Now this is where it gets good and fun for me. 3 and 4 and. I love it. I love it. I just think it sounds so fun, and I don't know. It's something, you know what? Last time I spoke to Joel, we talked about a lot of things, but we were talking about odd time signatures a lot because that's something that I really love. And Joel, by the way, I listened to your band, really cool. And I think I know what time signature you're playing in. But for me, odd time signatures are really appealing because it's like a restriction. And I don't know what it is about odd numbers, but I just love the idea of experimenting in an odd number because it feels fresh to me. It's that inspiration thing again. So those, I don't know how many, 4 years ago, whenever it was, when I went to this clinic and I was not feeling inspired at all, something like this, it being odd numbers, just ignited something. And I was like, oh yeah, why am I not doing this? Like, I've always struggled with fills and, what should I play? You know, if someone says, oh, Ciara, you know, do a fill, do a solo or something like that, I would get really terrified and I'd think, oh, I'm not really sure. I don't know what to play. And I was very used to just doing groups of 2, groups of 4, groups of 6. I still do a lot of 6s. But I never really felt confident in my fills and my exploration, want for a better term, with what I was going to play on the drum kit. Grooves, I felt quite good about and comfortable with. Fills and just open solos would just terrify me. They still terrify me now. But this one day just really made me think like, oh yeah, this is genius. This is worth exploring. And I felt inspired to actually do some fills I actually liked. Up until that point, it was, oh, I should probably do that because this guy's done it or this girl's done it. So yeah, it's something about odd numbers. For me, it just works. And fires off that little thing in my brain to say, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's do more of that. And honestly, I feel like I'm only just scratching the surface with all of this. But it's really nice to have discovered it. And that's why I wanted to talk about it really and just share that this is why I like it. It's just one little thing. It's one little change, but it's made all the difference to me because it feels a lot more personal and I'm playing something that I really enjoy. So shall we look at 5s? Yes, we should. 5s and the foot. So what I've written here is just a starting point where I've put the 5th beat on the bass drum. So you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is a really, really good starting point for you. But what I would encourage you to do is to develop your own order of where you're going to put the snare, where you're going to put the bass drum, and think about that a little bit. The 8th notes, honestly, I don't tend to play them much when I'm doing this kind of fill. But they're on there just for you to look at and have a go and get really comfortable with where the placement is. 16ths is where I feel happiest, including all of this. And I started off just doing it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and I would put a click on and play along with the click. And then what I started to do, so this was my second progression. This was the first thing I did. The second thing I did was actually do, and I do this a lot now, I do 3 and then 2 on the bass drum. 1, 2, 3. And that's really, I love it. I do it all the time. And I switch between having the bass drum on the 1 and 5, 1 and 5, or I have it on the 4 and 5. And I just think these 2 combinations for me are really, really lovely. If you want to have those transcriptions, then just feel free to message me after and I'll send them over. It's not a problem. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about with this, again, is how it's evolved. And so now what I've been trying to do is do them as triplets. So you're playing triplets, but you're going to play a group of 5 over the top. It sounds, I like it, but some people might be like, oh, what's that? So you've got to kind of get that triplet going in your head. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 triplet, 1 triplet. And then you've got to try and get the vibes in. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. And the trick is to just keep in the mindset of triplets. Try not to hear the 5. I want you to be able to hear both, but you need to, like, if you're going to do it as a fill, if you're just like going 1, 2, here's your groove. And then if you want to get into your fill, let's be kind. Let's start with 16th, so you can see the difference between 16th and triplets. So here's our groove. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fill. And then if you want to do triplets, it can sound, I love it. I think it's super cool. And I feel like, as I said, it's just scratching the surface for me. And it's been such a joy discovering all these things. And I feel like lots of drummers know about this stuff. But for me to get into this groupings thing and to actually be inspired to play different combinations and to put your own spin on it is really, really lovely. And then the other thing, if we want to talk more about, if that's a step too far, if you're not ready to put your foot in, if you're not ready to see your bass drum, I remember a long time ago someone was telling me about groupings and I didn't really understand what they were talking about, to be honest. And I was at college and they would say, oh yeah, if you do 16ths like that, and if you accent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, then that's like a really nice pattern that you can have as a fill. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4, a 1, 1. So yes, I guess my whole message to you is groupings are really, really fun to play with and to mess around with. You might be someone who loves 2s and be that cool person who can do really quick double between their floor tom and bass drum, or around the kit. I think find the area that you really, really like and embrace it, because I certainly have with this, and I think we can do such a big deep dive with this. And as I said, you can do it with 8s, 16ths, triplets. Maybe you could even go crazy and do 16th note triplets and other things. quintuplets and accent every 3. I don't know, but the possibilities are endless, and for me that's super, super inspiring. Yes, I wanted to share that with you first and see if anyone's got any questions or anything that they wanted to ask me about. Let me know, and I'm gonna have a bit of water.
Ciara, we have here a question on the chat from Fernando. It's asking, it's always right, left, right, left.
I do tend to do that. Yeah, I do. I always go right, left, right, left, right, left. Aside from, if you just, for example, want to do accents with your hands. So the last one I was talking about with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would actually do right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left. So then both accents are on the right hand. But on the whole, yes, I would just do everything right, left foot, right, left foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, left, right foot, foot.
I have a question. Can you play a little bit on the drum set? No?
I can try a little. Hopefully, I won't wake up any children.
Yeah. Maybe with hot rods or something like this, or maybe brushes, just to feel the sauce.
Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll do a little. I'll do example, a little play around.
When you play the 16th with the triplet accent, the accent 3,
yeah,
and then the 5. How it sounds when you are playing basic drum beat, like to that, and you do a little feel, for example.
Yeah. I'll show you. I'm not sure how good the sound will be.
No problem. Don't worry.
But
don't worry.
We'll see. And I'm not sure if my headphones will reach, but don't mind. I'm just gonna unplug.
Okay.
So I won't be able to hear you.
No problem.
Unless you yell.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Actually, maybe it'll work. We'll just do that. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna play. Sorry, you can see my back.
Are you using two pairs of?
I'm gonna do some 3s and some 5s as well.
Okay.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so those were 3s, and then I went into 5s, and now I'm going to do a mix, and I might do 5s as triplets. So it'll be. Hello.
Hey,
I don't know what
great.
you hear for that.
Yeah, we are hearing loud and clear. Oh, my question is, if you try to play this kind of accentuation or accents with your band, maybe your bandmates will look for you. Oh, what? Because if you try to play, I tried sometimes to play 16th with uh, accents six, uh, you know,
Yeah.
60s. And okay, it works, but the people are always listing the accent on time or on E, never this kind of metric modulation. What do you think about this? What kind of tip you can say for us about playing this with your band?
Well, I think if you're playing, if you're playing like with a pop band or a rock band, you can get it in, but you just need to be sensible and keep it simple. Like all the stuff I do, I feel like I do just keep it simple, like talking about odd times and things like that. I think the more simple it is, the more it will tend to groove in a sense. If it's too like stuff I'm playing, yeah, just then at the end, someone will be like, "Get out." But if you're doing a cool groove, like on the hi-hat, people are probably going to love that. Just a little, oh, it doesn't have to be every bar. It can just be now and then. And only if we're doing the threes, you obviously don't want to do it too many bars and people like, whoa, where's the time gone? But then again, if you've got like your bass going, and then it becomes the groove and it doesn't become weird. I think with the fives, yeah, you'd have to like pick your moment. But I also think you can, depending on the situation. Obviously, never do it in a pop, recording session. But there's no harm in trying these things, and I think try as much as you can when you're on your own and see what works and see what you can come up with. Like the threes as a fill, I think can sound really nice. Just here and there, just like I always go to the floor tom I don't know if you can see my floor tom. Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always kind of go. Which I think sounds really nice. That might just be me, but I don't think it sounds too weird. Or it can start it off. It can start off the film, you know.
Yeah.
See what?
Yeah. You are using two pairs of hi-hats right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great. It's a very good tool to play this kind of accents or something like this, because you have more more things to play on it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I've wanted this for a long time. These are 12 inches and these are just regular 14s. And so to have both and just to be able to ride on here and make some nice textures is a joy, really.
Yeah, but if you try to play, for example, the bass drum and snare drum, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2, cha, 2, cha, and doing this kind of accentuation on the two hi-hats.
Oh, yeah.
Starting with 3 and go to 5.
Yeah, so you mean like, can you see that? Hold on. It's like, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I love it already.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, I want to do that in the 5 as well. You can do, what do I normally do for the 5? I always say. And the other thing I was vibing off the other day is doing 5-stroke rolls. So doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do I do? I don't remember now. Like, yeah, now you're talking about it, it's like, I just want to play now. You could just keep doing it and come up with, okay, if I'm going to do the weird accents, am I going to just keep the backbeat on 2 and 4, or do I want to like go off into this weird experimental zone, which is what I tend to do.
Yeah, I think so, because sometimes it's kind of weird to try to play these accents with a regular band. So, speaking of bands or drummers, which bands or drummers do you recommend to listen to, besides your Instagram profile, of course, because we have so many things to learn watching you playing in there. But tell us about bands or drummers, if you want to write for the people here, please.
What, in the chat thing?
Yeah, if you want to write something for people, because they can sometimes they can read.
Yeah. Um, well, I'll tell you this. My two top albums I'm listening to at the moment. The first one is this Foo Fighters, Medicine at Midnight. That's one.
Yeah.
And I'm also listening to John Mayer, Sob Rock. That's right. I'm loving those two albums at the moment. But they're just, I don't know, I feel like there's so many good bands out there, and it depends where you're at with your drumming. I feel for me, when I started, I was into the Chili Peppers, I got into Nirvana, Led Zeppelin, and then who else did I get into? And then I just got into drummers, and then I got into Dream Theater, and I got into Planet X. You know, and I went down that route, and then there's loads of drummers who I personally love. So I guess my top three drummers, and they're all a bit different. I got into these guys first, and Mike Portnoy, I guess. Yeah, but there's so many: Dave Weckl, Vinnie Colaiuta, all of the greats, and all of them play on those records. You know, like Sting is a really great artist to listen to if you like odd time signatures, or if you wanted to study odd time signatures, because he's got so many songs that are pop songs, so they're accessible. You can sing along, and I'm actually playing in 5. And it's Vinnie Colaiuta playing on the album. Of course it is, because he's amazing. So yeah. What about you?
Yeah, great. So people we have about 5 minutes to finish this incredible special class with Ciara. If you want to send your questions, don't lose your time. Send your question, ask whatever you want to know about drums with Ciara. And so, meanwhile, do you have more things to tell us, Ciara? Please.
You know what? I just wanted to show you my cymbal here, because you were asking about it earlier, and I took it off the stand. So that's why I missed the cymbal, because it's usually this guy. So I don't know if I had this last time we spoke. I don't think I had another hi-hat. I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't. You didn't have.
I didn't, did I? Okay, so this guy.
Wow. Wow. E.T. Call Home.
Yes.
What it is a right cymbal or a China? I'm.
It's a trash crash.
Trash crash. How it sounds.
I'll pop it on here. Yeah, so this I just love. The great thing about Nicky Moon Cymbals is that it really is like custom. Because he said, what do you want? And I was like, I want an alien on a cymbal.
Yeah.
And I want it to be trashy, like an effects crash. And so he did it along with a company called Woodland Percussion. Mm-hmm. And he made it. Okay, hopefully this isn't going to sound too rubbishy with the mic here, but
okay, no problem.
I'm going to just start quietly for you. Here we go.
Great. Do you use this cymbal as a crash, or just when you want to sound like an alien?
Both. I use it all the time. And I got this one. I'll show you this. This is a 18. This one is called a Sentinel. Little symbol there.
Beautiful symbol.
This is really something. Yeah, it's just, look at it. I can ride on it. I can just crash it. It's really versatile. I'm so pleased. It's kind of what I wanted in my head, because I wasn't really sure what to ask for. I knew what kind of sounds I wanted. So I said to him, I wanted something like a Byzance, medium thin crash.
Yeah.
And he just made this, and it's perfect.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have more new toys?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, great.
I do. I've got this.
Let me see. Wow.
This is this is from Sugar Percussion.
Yeah.
And I won it. If you can believe it, I won it. So I feel really grateful. It's mahogany. Lovely wooden hoops, 14 by 6. And it's great. I love it. It's one of those things. I wouldn't have thought I would have bought a mahogany snare. I wouldn't think to buy one.
Yeah.
But it's great. The tones are. I'm going to play it for you. How about that?
Yeah. It looks beautiful. I think it will sound beautiful too.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. One moment. Pop it here. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that very well.
Wow.
It's really sensitive.
Yeah, play more.
There's so many tones. And of course it says the left. It's just great.
Wow. Wood hoops. I have some difficulties to play with wood hoops because I tried once and I never get the perfect rim shot because the wood hoop is so high, and try it and I couldn't play the rim shot. Do you have the same difficulties?
I was a bit nervous about playing it because I was like, "Oh, I've never done this."
Don't have to play right now. So tell me after if you have.
Yeah, no, I will show. I don't have a problem with it, but I mean, when I first got it, I wasn't sure if I was going to play a rim shot, if the hoop would stand up, or if it would start to break or something. It's already a bit. The paint is coming off a bit, so
yeah,
I've got to treat it nicely. I've got to be gentle.
Yeah, let's treat it. Yeah, don't play. Just play with brushes.
Oh no! I like the sound of a rim shot on here too.
Yeah, we have a question here about your drum kit. Fernando want to know a little bit more about your drum kit. What size are you using now, and why you use this setup?
I'm using a Mapex Orion kit. I don't know if you can see it. It is 22, 12, and 16. I'm using these sizes because this was my only option, because I saw it on the Gumtree and I said I need that kit because they don't make it anymore. The Orion is like a discontinued Mapex series line. I did buy another tom, like a 10-inch, but to be honest, I quite like the combination of just having one rack and one floor, because now I've got my other set of hi-hats there. I'm not sure where I'd put it. So what I would like, what I'm thinking in the future, is to have another floor tom.
Yeah.
So I'll either have, I don't know if I'm going to have a 14 and a 16 or just get an 18. Probably an 18. That is my plans. I use this Protean snare most of the time. It's by Sona. I've got a little trash, it's like trash splash thing here, stack. That's what I mean. So that's my setup. Tech-wise, I've got an AKG, I think it's called Session 1 drum pack. And it's just really great. It just comes in a suitcase. It's got all the mics you need. And I use a Focusrite Pro 40 interface. Yeah. And this is about 12 years old, this thing. And it still works. Yeah, so that's what I do.
Great. We have another question. Fernando is saying, this snare sound is amazing, amazingly good. And a question from Leonardo. He is asking you if you play with any band right now, or with a singer, or something like this. And saying, yeah, great special class, very good.
Oh, thank you. I play with a band called the Penelopes. We haven't played for ages because of, lockdown. But I play with them. They're really cool. Like, they're 3 French guys, and it's like really, there's no odd time in it. It's all 4/4, and it's like electro pop. But I'm like the hired gun for it. So it's fun. And we usually do lots of gigs in Paris. So I'm really looking forward to playing with them again. And I kind of was in a band called Red Monster, which was myself and a keyboard player who lives in Germany. And I'm hoping I'm going to get to see him in the summer, next summer, and record something, maybe like a little EP. I don't know. That's my goal for next year anyway.
Yeah, tell us about your recording, because we want to hear Ciara. So we are finished this special class. So please say your final words, your whatever you want to say for people. Remember that I know that will be maybe 5 people that will be seeing this video tomorrow, because now they are playing or doing some kind of rehearsal, and we'll see this video tomorrow. And if you want to say something for the people that will see this video tomorrow, please be my guest.
I want to say thank you for watching this, and for watching and your time. And I guess this is just my offering of an idea and my example of how inspiration touched me just like that. Even it's a simple idea. I hope you can find something simple and make it your own and put your own thing on it and be inspired to play more and enjoy it more, because I think that's the thing. Sometimes with playing an instrument, it can feel not inspiring. It can feel a bit like, oh, maybe I'm not progressing. Maybe it's not worth all of this time, this practice. So I hope for you that you can find the one thing and really be proud of yourself. And it doesn't mean no one can know about it. You know, you don't have to post about it on Instagram, but you will know that you've taken this one idea from someone and you've gone, oh, I'm going to use that and I'm going to change it and I'm going to make it better because I'm going to make it mine. And I think if you can give anything your own personality, then that's such a great thing to do. So that is what I encourage you to do.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ciara. You are awesome. Thank you once again for your time and dedication. Hope to see you soon and hear you're playing with your band. And I hope to see you soon with us next year.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try a new streaming with a new subject. People will love it. Okay, people, if you want to say something for Ciara, this is the time. And thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome.
with us. How is the time, the weather in London right now?
Oh, don't ask me that.
Cold.
It's changing all the time. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit sunny and then it's really cold and not very good. Is it cold where you are too?
Yeah, a little bit cold. 4 days ago, it was like a summer. So it's really a problem because I have some allergic kind of situation. I am allergic in weather changes so fast.
Oh.
So people can think that is COVID. It's not COVID.
Oh no.
Like this, because the weather changes so fast, and wow,
yes,
my nose becomes crazy.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, Joel.
Great. Fernando is saying to you, thank you so much for the class. It was really amazing. So,
my pleasure.
People, we are finished right now. Next month, we will have the Brazilian drummer Lorena Martins from Bahia. And next week, we will have a streaming with Paula. Let me check the schedule. Sorry, we have so many drummers in the schedule for next month. We have Paula Bernardes from Brazil, great drummer. Ciara, if you want to see after we finish the streaming next week, please, your opinion and your comments are so great. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. See you soon. Bye-bye, people. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.